Yo.
Hello. Hello.
Here
Oh, we're back again. Hold for
we are.
applause. Fantastic. Flickheads episode 2, Barry. How do you feel?
I'm surprised it's made it this far.
I don't think you're alone in that. Um,
Yeah.
no, in all serious, all jokes aside, Flickheads soared to skyrocketed to 25 views last week, so I'm hoping
Wow.
we can at least breach that again.
That's
I'm sure we can.
crazy.
I know, mate. I know. It's hard for me to walk out of my house at this point, to be honest, from
Mm,
screaming
in case
fans.
you get spotted by one of the 25.
Sainsbury's were
I
a
believe
mare.
that's what they're calling themselves, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the
The
one.
fan club.
The fan club. They're everywhere as well, folks, and ever growing. So YouTube is now live. We've got the first episode of Flickheads and chatting it on there with chatting it 2 coming next, I believe. So keep your eye out for that, and Instagram always for your updates. But last week,
Banging.
get into the bulk of matters. Last week we suggested the film to watch, Barry, and what was that film?
We went for Paul because I've managed to sort of not see it. It's just one of them that's just passed me by. And I now understand why it passed me by.
Okay, so it's
why
not
I
sounding
heard
too
nothing,
promising.
why I heard nothing about this film.
Hey, Death
You
Dragon.
know, no one going, "Oh, have you seen Paul?" No one's saying that. No one's
Okay,
going.
so let's break
No
it
one's
down
going. Have
then.
you seen Paul? No one's going. What's your favourite film? Oh, mine's Paul. Oh, really? No, I've not heard of this film since it came out.
So it's a very
Nah.
strong negative opinion that you've got there. So let's break it down. It was written by the stars, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. They wrote it,
Yeah.
and
I
then it
mean,
was.
that's why I'm. It's kind of like I know they're good.
Do you know
I
what the
know they
thing
can
is?
write
I
good stuff.
think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that the writing was fine for the gags. I don't think Americans could pull off the type of humour they were going for. I can't quite describe it.
I
The,
don't know, man, because it felt like it had been sort of tailored for an American audience. Like it
mm,
didn't feel like obviously it's two British guys, but like
it
I
was
don't
an
know, man. I
American
just didn't.
film, wasn't it? I suppose.
It was very like American in the way it was paced and its style. Um, and then like I actually thought like, oh, this would be like a great film. You know, this would be more suited to like Seth Rogen. Before I found out who was actually in it, like
Right. Well, here's my synopsis of
he's
it.
Paul, isn't he?
Do you think? Yeah, he's Paul.
But
Yeah, and
I thought he'd be like Seth Rogen and what's his skinny mate. Um,
Simon.
they'd be more suited to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well,
I
the
don't know, man. I
director.
don't know if Seth Rogen's had a hand in writing it because it got very, you know, where the joke is, oh, boners, that's the gag.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
this is my point on the topic. I enjoyed it. Here's
yeah,
my points. It would have been
go on.
a brilliant film at 15 to 16 years old.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
totally.
how I feel. But maybe that's the demographic. I really think it's immature comedy. But there's a couple of honourable mentions for me. A couple of shining
Yeah.
moments in the otherwise dull experience. Um,
Why are we reviewing this
yeah,
fucking
I know
film?
it was a bad choice. Really, I remember it being funnier, probably because I was younger. So that's probably why.
All right, fair enough.
Um, but the her whole arc, Kristen Wiig's character, her whole arc of swearing, I found that a delight every time she tried to swear and got it wrong. That was
Was
pretty
that when you
funny.
were 15 or when, like, currently?
Currently, but still with the sense of humour of a 15-year-old. And I did like
So nothing's changed.
the agents as well.
Yeah,
They
like
were best of the
the
bunch.
dumb agents were. I think they're from what's that cop show? It's not Hawaii Five O. It's something.
Reno
It's like
911 or something.
police number.
I'm sure it's
That's
Reno
that's the
911. It's called or something. But yeah,
Brooklyn 99. That's it.
he's
I thought
one,
they
but
were good.
the other guy isn't, is he? The other guy's
Oh,
from
is
other
he?
stuff. Yeah. Fun fact: the
But
the taller one of the two voices, Finn from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. There's a fun fact for you.
wow, his
Yeah.
career is really fucking booming right now.
So synopsis then, star rating, Baz. What are you saying for it then? It's not looking good. Is it?
No. I mean 3 out of
Three.
10.
I'd agree. I'd say 3. 3.5. I'll
It's
give it
like
3.5.
it's watchable, but even as like a film just to have on in the background, there's way better picks. It's like I don't know, man. I felt like I'm not angry. I'm disappointed because I thought it could have sort of more going for it, and like Simon Pegg can write stuff, but I felt like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's characters were just so boring.
There's
And
probably
they usually got a bit more chemistry, and like they had no faults at all, apart from the fact they were nerds. Like they weren't really good protagonists.
it
They
all
didn't
sort of happened to them, didn't it? Around them, you weren't really bothered what happened to them, I suppose.
Yeah, but
to be honest, I think I'm a bit biased in this because I probably had a better experience remembering what it was like when I was younger. So I
right.
liked the fart jokes. You know, I liked the fucking shit back then. So it probably meant a bit, but to be honest, 3-star is fair, more than fair.
Yeah.
So it's a shame, but
yeah,
Paul,
man, it was just like with when they sort of link up with Edgar Wright, it's so much more. It has like so much more charm and character, and it was just really lacking in like really predictable story. Just like it was like that whole Seth Rogen-y, like the scene itself is fun, but it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, you
Like
could see though.
there's no like, and then the action sequences were just
Yeah, they're
crap
nothing.
as
They're not.
well.
No, they're not really important. It's all driving a car fast down a highway, really, mainly that
Yeah,
film. But I noticed like essences of the Edgar Wright pictures in this from the writing that Simon Pegg must bring. You know, the alien on board sticker. I thought that were brilliant little bit.
yeah,
That were a classic. Like you can see throwbacks and sprinklings into Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead and that sort of stuff.
yeah.
With that
Like that
sort of
scene
thing.
was all right,
That's
and then like they just sort of developed baddies
the
that kind of just
hillbillies.
followed them
Did they
around.
need to be in it? The hillbillies?
Not really,
No,
but
I didn't
like,
think
don't you
so
think
either.
that guy looked like Matt Damon as well?
Which one? Oh, the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually become
Like I
bigger
thought
since
he
that.
was, because I thought it was Matt Damon at first, but then I was like, why is Matt Damon in this film playing like not even the main character, not even the main character's best mate, but the baddie's mate? Like,
Not even the main baddie.
so not even the main baddie, like the sidekick.
That's way down
Like
on the
not
call
really
sheet, that,
saying
innit?
anything.
Yeah. He's back of the line at the lunch buffet. For sure. Okay, so an average of 3 stars for Paul then.
Yeah, but I thought it could have gone in a bit more of an interesting direction, because I thought that because the whole joke is, oh, the alien's really normal and down to earth. Like they could have really pushed the fact that like Americans are the real aliens. Like they're really fucking weird.
Like, I
And
don't
then they
think they were
had
going for all
like
that deep, was
they had an angle early on where everyone thought they were gay as well. So they could have used that a bit more and just shown how like intolerant people are, especially like deep south sort of thing. And they're like more at odds with a gay couple. Like that's more freakish to them than an actual alien.
Right, now take yourself
You
back
know what I
to
mean?
a younger year, and it's on the kids section of Netflix. You'd probably appreciate it a lot more. You'd appreciate it a lot more if it were in the kids section, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
it's
mean,
that.
well, then I'd have my bar set at like, kids film rather than, oh, this is going to be like Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz,
It brings
like
an edge
something
to
actually
it
good.
if it's for a younger audience, I think. But obviously, I think it's okay for kids. So that's the summary of Paul, everyone. Oh, what we do
It's
need
all
to
right for
decide.
kids, or if you're like 18 but you're really stoned.
Yeah, it's a good
Like
stoner one.
Pineapple Express kind of vibes.
Yeah, but worse, a lot worse.
Yeah, worse.
It's Pineapple Express, but worse, everyone, on the cover of Empire for Paul. Thank you. So, next week, I've got a suggestion, if you're up for it, for next one.
Go on.
It's called Us. Have you seen
Oh,
Us?
no, I've not seen this, but I've seen what is it? Get Out. Is it the
Yeah,
same guys?
yeah, it's the same director and writer. And I don't want to give anything, like, I won't give anything away, but it's really, really good.
All right.
I've seen it before, but I would like to watch it again and talk about it because it's that layered, and I think I'd get more out of
Okay.
it the second time. Um, but like
Excellent.
Get Out, it's obviously all the way through. You're thinking, God, what's really going on? And then there's obviously an underlying thread all the way through it that's just
So it's
brilliant.
Get Out 2 then.
Sort of, but it's a completely unique, different story away from Get Out, really. Um,
Right.
you'll love it. You will love it. So next week
Okay.
is Us. Then is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Boom! The audience love it as well. Us next week.
Yes.
Yes, they're all going crazy in here. So I've got a new segment, Barry, to move on to. Just one
Here we
second.
go.
I'll have a swig of tea
I
and just
love
brace
these.
myself.
You
Everyone.
love new segments when they are immediately not in the next episode. That's what we like.
So maybe like
One
flash
and done.
segments or something is the more appropriate, or pop-up segments maybe. But we've got whatever you call it segment. It's called I Can't Bloody Wait for That. So all this is me rattling off a list of highly anticipated films coming up, Baz. Just to get your thoughts
Right.
on it. This is like on various lists. I've tried to pick, the
Are
ones
these
that
like films that should have been out this year though, or is this
a
like
few of them are. A few of them are that have been delayed and already made. Others
yeah?
have just sort of aimed to come around at this time. But I would imagine the majority that are queued to come out are probably done and dusted and ready to go.
It's like 2 years worth of films, isn't it? At
Yeah, I
this point.
mean, you'll see on this list, there's a few that we've heard about and a few that I actually thought that hasn't been released yet because we've seen the trailer
Yeah.
more than a year ago. So
You know
first
what
one,
people need to not do as well?
go on.
We need no one making films about this pandemic or TV shows or
It's
anything.
already
This as
happening, isn't
soon as
it?
it's over, we need it done and forgotten.
I think there's got to be some sort of 5 to 10 year dust settling period before we
But
attack
it's
it.
like, so how long are we going to be talking about this?
Well, I know.
Like, even when it's over, we'll never forget it because it'll constantly. Remember in the pandemic? Uh,
Mm,
well, they're just finding out this thing that we could have used fucking the middle bit of a kiwi all along, and we'd have been saved.
they'll use it as a post-apocalyptic tool or something, won't they? Like the
Oh,
COVID-19
so dead.
pandemic wiped out Earth, and now,
Get your mask on.
yeah.
I don't wear the mask.
I'm sure there's already been films orientated around this sort of thing,
Yeah,
released on Netflix and things, just clinging on to the hype. But anyway, here's better films than that we're all looking forward to, according to online. Anyway, so first on the
right.
list, Baz, I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about this because you've spoke openly to me about it anyway. That you're looking forward to it. It's June that's due to come out on 1st of October this year. So
Right.
it's
So
sci-fi material in it.
I shut my eyes during the trailer for this because I didn't want to see it. Because like there's these fucking this is going to be awful for anyone that's actually like into it.
You're
There's
gonna
these
butcher this one. Yeah.
yeah, totally. So
Okay.
get ready for it.
Okay.
There's these giant sandworms that live on this fucking planet that's just all sand.
Yeah.
So they were the main thing that I didn't want to see because I want that to be like shit, when you first see
Mm,
them because they're obviously going to flash them, and then that's burn into your retina.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, they shit out this I don't know substance, and it's really dangerous to get because it's I don't know hard to get, but then you can see and navigate like spaceships. Like if you don't have this substance, if you're not sort of consuming it or ingesting it, injecting it, whatever, snort it for all I care.
Yeah. Do what you want.
Um, do what you want. It's up to
Do what
you.
you want with it, mate. Well, you've worked hard for it.
but, but like, so everyone wants it because then you can like navigate the galaxy. I think like if you've not got it, then you generally have a bad time trying to
Okay.
you get
So are they
lost or
sort of?
whatever.
Does the world? This might be going a bit far into how much you know about it, but does the world rely on this sort of thing, or is it a commodity to have? Is it like a? if you've got it, you're powerful, and that's it, or is
Well,
everyone relying on
it's
it?
like if you've got it, you're powerful, but I think you're instantly addicted to it
Oh, right, okay.
because it is like power itself, and the people that have it. I've not seen the film as well. I've not seen the original. I'm going off scraps and bits of information that I've picked up here and there.
That's all we do here.
Um, I've not done real research either. So
Bad Imp Studios joined us. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we'll wait for that then. 1st of October, 2021.
yeah, I'm
Can't wait.
excited. It'll be hella long.
It'll be
So get
hella
your
long.
piss in.
So
Really, when you're going to see this film, really force it out.
we'll just
You know,
summarise for
stand
the
there,
fans.
stand there for an extra few seconds, really tense in,
Yeah.
and get those last few drips out.
So yeah.
Don't get a large drink.
Yeah. So essentially, what you're saying is this is a synopsis. Barry's synopsis. Sandworms shit out special stuff that helps you navigate spaceships. Thank you.
But I think it's going to be a bit of a Blade Runner. Like, not that much happens, but like it's going to be visually beautiful and really nice to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I I actually know the scene you're referring to when your eyes were shut, and it is pretty awe-inspiring to watch because I didn't really know
Yeah,
what was going to happen, and it is pretty impressive.
it's like space epic.
Yeah, it looked pretty exciting to be honest, and a lot of money
Lots
seems
of
to be spent on it.
backstabbing, and
Yeah,
there'll be some good baddies hopefully as
that's
well.
good. That's what we like. Looked a bit like
Mm.
Borderlandsy in its setting a little bit. But
Yeah, like very dystopian and
yeah, that's right. Next one I'm excited about actually. Um, it's probably not going to buzz
go on.
you, but it's Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, this has caused a lot of talk about it.
Right.
So No Way Home is the third one that this Tom Holland's done for Marvel, their younger
Right.
adaptation of Spider-Man. Yeah, but what's interesting is it's been leaked that Jamie Foxx is confirmed to come back as Electro. Now,
Right.
Electro wasn't Electro with the Peter Parker we know today. It was Electro with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the one that made two and then went.
Yeah.
So everyone's thinking they're going to cross over and come into one. So they're going to have the Tobey Maguire, the Andrew Garfield, and this new one in one cinematic bout eventually.
So
So all
like
the old
that's
Spider-Mans
insane.
from the
No.
different franchises are going to come together. How amazing would that be for fans?
Well, would that not just be doing what that last Into the Spider-Verse did? Like
Essentially, yeah,
just
but with
again.
real
It's like,
time
oh, this
actors.
this was successful. Let's just
Mm.
do it again.
Well, I'd be excited to see Tobey Maguire come back. As
Yeah, same. I
uh,
think he's now a fan favorite
yeah, he's really good.
somehow.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man 1 and 2 in that you cannot deny Spider-Man 2 is amazing in that one.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
Bad
I mean,
Imp
it's
cheered.
done like a bit of a prequels job where it's like everyone hated it initially, and then
Yeah,
it's over time
yeah, it just gets respect because they know the
everyone sort of.
alternative eventually. When they make a shitty reboot, they know like, oh, hang on,
Mm,
this were all right actually.
hold on, yeah, these were actually okay
Hang on a
films.
minute, can we go
Remember
back?
pod? Remember pod racing? Not
Yeah, yeah.
Ray
Jar
Skywalker.
Jar Binks nearly committing
Yeah.
suicide and stuff. The actor nearly committed suicide. That's a story.
Oh my god.
They did a Vice documentary on him. It's awful. He said because
Jesus.
obviously all his family was saying, "Great, it's going to be fantastic. It's your big break." And then obviously the hate mail just
Oh
came
my
in floods
god.
after. Poor lad. He's not
Oh,
even in it either.
I'd
He's
like.
just like a model of him, you know. But because he
Yeah, it's
voiced him,
just
he
not
gets the
his
shit.
fault, is it?
Right. Next, I don't know
Go
if
on.
you ever saw the first one, but this is A Quiet Place Part Two.
No, I've
Ooh.
not seen this.
Oh
What's it
mate,
about?
we'll have to get that on the list of ones to watch. It's the one that has like if you make a sound, the monsters hear you, um, and they come for you, so they're living in silence. You must have
Right,
seen it
so it's a
advertised.
silent film.
Yeah, but well, no, because they go into quiet rooms where they can talk and stuff. But the tension A Quiet
I
Place
imagine.
brings is you should have seen it in the cinema. You couldn't rustle your popcorn because someone would say like, "Shh, it's that, it's that tense," because you can hear it. Like they'll step on a branch, It's like shit. But really well written as well, so that's definitely one to watch. So the second one's coming out May 28th. That's going to be really good. But the dad, well, I don't want to give it away, but he does die at the end of the first one, so it'll be interesting to see
What,
where
the
the family go.
fucking Jim from The Office?
Jim from The Office, that's the one. He actually wrote and directed it as well. Impressive.
Really?
Yeah.
What,
And
he's getting into that now?
yeah, and it did critically well and everything, and so he's in good shape as a writer director
Oh,
as it stands.
brilliant.
Good on
He's
him.
the new fucking fuck, I always forget this dude's name.
Tarantino.
No, fucking, he was in movies and then he's
Clint
directing
Eastwood.
movies. Clint Eastwood,
Mm,
but it's The Office instead.
yeah. And his wife is
You
his
know,
real wife in real life as well in those films. So she won loads of awards for that as well, and rightly so. She has to give. I won't give any away, but a key plot point is Baz. She goes into labour.
nah,
Yeah,
that's shit.
it's like whoa. You just got to give birth in silence, and you're like whoa. Really good anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the next one's a bit of an interactive one for you, son. So I hope you got
Oh
your wits
no.
about you. I want to know how many you think we're up to because the next in line is a Fast and Furious. But I need to know what number you think we're on.
Is it 14?
Not quite that
Feels
high.
right.
Not quite that high. It's 9. We're on Fast and Furious 9. But if you included the Hobbs and Shaw, the Dwayne the Rock Johnson and the Jason Statham spin-off, you'd have
Yeah.
10. This is actually the 10th installment of Fast and Furious films. Oh, God.
These films, man.
I mean, you'd think they'd die at some point. Jesus.
What's the gimmick this time?
I think he's got a brother that no one knew about. Vin Diesel's character.
We're just adding characters
Yeah.
at will.
Yeah.
Now.
And then I think he's like a bad guy that they've got to then take down, but it'll be at the end probably. Does he choose his family that's been with him, or does he kill his
I
real
wish
family?
they'd just embrace the fact that no one cares about the plot.
Yeah, well, they are more and more with each film, to be honest. It's getting more and more ridiculous.
And just like start the film in the middle, essentially. Like, just start it at a random car chase, and it's like, we gotta catch him! And it's never explained why or what's going on, really. It's just like, you're in the car chase, and that's it.
Yeah. Or, like, stick him in Mad Max or something, and just have it.
Oh, that'd be...
just Vin Diesel in, like, a muscle car.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ripping it.
Great.
Well, we've got a film, then. Next one. I think you'll like this one.
They could sort of play around with different time periods. It's not like anyone gives a fuck about the continuity of this. Like, there's no way that you could have like this many close calls and car chases and still be alive. Like,
well, they're actually like superheroes at this point, in my opinion. Like they
yeah,
fly.
yeah.
They're like they can't die.
But they could have like those same guys, but back in like fucking, I don't know, when the first Ford came out. Like, that might be an interesting twist.
See, gear change shot takes 5 hours.
Yeah, like
breaks down instantly.
But it'd be like, they wouldn't really change anything. It'd just be like a Model 1 Ford, like overtaking fucking horses and carriages and shit, but like with a V8 sound.
Yes, love
it's
that.
like doing drifts and shit.
Boom,
and they've
flames
got
coming
guns.
out back.
Yeah, all that.
Sick.
They pull it. Oh, they're like, man, this thing's so slow, because they lost a bet at the start with a guy in a carriage. Like, they've just bought this brand new car. They pulled all their money together.
Yeah.
And they lost the race against the baddie. With his old school. He's got like 10 horse carriage.
10 horsepower.
It's fresh, this thing. All the ladies love it.
Yeah.
So he like pulls up, rolls around, but it's like still really gangster. There's like horse and carriage meets.
Love it.
They take it into a garage with I don't know, just pick a minority and they can run it. And then they get loads of upgrades and stuff. And then they race again.
Title.
But he ruins the car or something and cheats, and then they've got to hunt him down.
Right. So
There you
what's
go.
the
There's
title
your
of that
film.
then? We need a title for it.
Fast and Furious.
Time
Fast
shift.
and Furious. 1892.
Drift.
Kansas Drift.
Victorian Drift. All right, next on the list. Oh, it's a classic for so many. Is the original, and they're bringing it back with an all-new star. So,
There we
Baz, if
go.
I were to say to you, sporting movie, 90s, famous bunny, rabbit.
Sporting movie.
Yeah, with a
Oh,
famous
are they doing
rabbit.
Space Jam 2?
They're doing Space Jam, A New Legacy, July 16th. Boom!
Shit, man.
But Michael Jordan,
They've really
obviously,
got to.
long gone.
They've got to do that right.
Yeah, they do, and it's LeBron James stepping up to the plate for the titular role, and he's going to be kicking ass in that. It looks good, actually. So
I can see this being all right. Like,
it will be all right. It depends how serious
the
they
characters
take
are fun. The voice act, like, it's old school Looney Tunes, isn't it? It'll be like hand drawn.
Yeah, it depends if all the voices are dead, though. I suppose they'll get spot on voice replacements, but sometimes
I
you can
think
tell, can't you?
they might just go and do like a Shrek 2, and it just be better in every way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a long time past. A long time's passed. It's
Mm.
like a 20-year-old film by now. So it's like,
Yeah, it needs a good soundtrack as well.
It does. Next
It needs
one.
to be
I
banging.
don't know if you'll be too bothered about this. It's the Suicide Squad, which is the sequel to Suicide Squad. So no one's
So they're
broke
not
any
even
bones.
calling it Suicide Squad
Yeah,
2.
no one's hurt themselves thinking of the title. It's just the Suicide Squad. The cast is absolutely ridiculous. It's like, oh, there's so many. I don't know how they're going to do it. Idris Elba's come in to take over Will Smith's character.
What was Will Smith's character though?
Deadshot. You know, he doesn't miss a shot that is fired out of his pistol or any gun. He's like a crack shot, basically.
Right.
So he's taken over that as Idris, and
Let's
there's
have a
loads of
look
new
here.
ones. Have a look at the cast; it's ridiculous. Look at the poster;
Oh mate.
they can barely fit everyone on.
Like...
It's crazy. They've got John Cena in there.
Wow. But like, if it's just, what's the shark guy doing? What the fuck is that?
Shark Boy.
This looks, I don't know.
It'll
It
be
might be
good
all
if
right.
they
Might be
take
fun.
Yeah, Harley
If
Quinn.
it doesn't take itself too seriously, because how can you with this many characters? And like, the character development's going to be like, you get fucking 2 minutes of screen time to do your whole development.
Exactly. You better ace that.
Quick,
line.
regret that kid you killed and moved on. Faster, cry.
Yeah, there's a lot, and sometimes it can take away from a steady pacing of a film, can't it? When you're trying to squeeze. They better not do an origin story for each one. That will take the film up.
But they could do that. They could do it like Into the Spider-Verse, where it's really fast, but you get the general gist. You know?
I think they'll have to do something
really
like
rapid.
That, I suppose, like a couple of scenes on each one individually. I would have thought.
And they can well, you just got to hope it builds up to like a pretty sick like end fight where loads of characters die.
Yeah, I think that'll happen with this.
That's what these films are about.
It'll have to. Christ,
yeah.
I'm not paying that
like
bill
shitloads. You end up with like the main two, and then they do the,
I mean, the
final
idea
bit.
is strong of having. You've got the Avengers have the villain side as well. The idea is strong there. But I feel like Marvel, if they turned their hand to that shit, would do a better job. They just do it better in every way. Right.
It just needs to be really fucking wacky and like.
It does. It needs to be silly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does, yeah. Well, the first one was a little bit silly, but it just didn't hit the mark with the villain, I don't think. But anyway, on to the next one. So this film seems to be cursed, Baz.
Go on.
007, No Time to Die.
No time to release.
No time to release at all. October 8th it's due to come out. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I saw this one.
Yeah, I think this is good. I'm looking forward to this one.
It will be good. He said it's his last one, Daniel Craig, so we'll see what happens. it's going to be interesting to see how they set up a future one. But in my experience, even if they set it up
They'll
in
leave
one,
that.
it doesn't mean it's going to continue the same way. The James Bond. What you think?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig will be back, or you think James Bond will be back?
I don't know, man, but they'll probably leave it till like the last 2 minutes of the film to sort all that out,
Yeah, it'll be
and
like,
then just leave it pretty vague.
yeah, someone will. Oh yeah, and here's your coffee, 007, and she'll just look at camera, and then it'll go
Yes.
down
Yeah, yeah,
water.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Or
right.
he'll like hand his fucking watch back or something like
Yeah,
that. Or
yeah, we've got it, haven't we? Right.
like But
Right.
I think like it'll be good.
It will be
Like it'll
good.
do what James Bond does. It'll do like a bunch of like really fucking really gorgeous bits of the world, and there's like a cool motorbike chase or whatever.
That's what they are. The destination movies. You want to go there and like watch him, have a bike chase through the Grand Bazaar, and
Yeah,
on
and it's like,
rooftops, and it's crazy.
we got to go to fucking Japan now.
Yeah,
Oh no, we've just missed him.
and
He's just gone to Australia.
he's always
Oh
undercover
bloody
at
hell!
some like fine dining ball or some shit at some point. With a
Yeah,
sexy
they're
woman.
good bits.
The sexy woman's always trying to kill him at first, and then ends up shagging him.
Yeah, yeah.
And they barely speak a word of English ever. English is always the second language in it. But then you've got
Well, what was the one in the sort of Chinese casino, and she was being like held hostage
oh
essentially.
yeah, she were
I thought
English,
that was
wasn't
quite good.
she? Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what he's still sort of cursed by in these ones, isn't it? Like letting her die from Casino Royale, essentially.
Mm,
Because he could have saved her, and she sort of sacrificed herself or something to do it. I can't really remember. But
she did something, didn't she?
Casino Royale's a good one. I liked it.
I think I've liked them all with Daniel Craig, to be honest.
Quantum of Solace is a
Thought
little
that.
bit like
Mm,
that's the one that's known as being the lesser one, really. But still a good outing.
Skyfall's like I think my favourite one.
Skyfall and even Spectre is good as well. The newer one.
Yeah,
It's sort of like they work more on the story, which I like a little bit more. It's like there's
yeah,
always a
and
villain
like
that's come back, and
even though like you know where it's going, the actual performances are really strong. Like people really go for it with like the baddies roles, and the sort of the charm is still there.
how
I
good
think.
were he in Skyfall as the villain, that Javier
Oh
Bardem?
my god,
Oh,
so like
masterful,
just captivating in every
beautiful.
like word that came out of his mouth.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah,
controlling the scene.
amazing. He's amazing. I haven't seen that, and he's in that, isn't he? He's in that No Country for Old Men. Have you ever seen
Yeah,
that?
I've not seen that. No,
No, that might be one to watch as well. The fans are screaming at us because we haven't seen that one.
just because he's in it.
Well, yeah, but apparently, like Tommy Lee Jones is his main character, and he's pretty. The white grumpy guy from Men in Black.
Oh yeah.
He's like a miserable
What is it?
cowboy.
Is it like a western?
It's a
Then?
modern
Like,
western, isn't
what's the
it?
deal?
By the Coen brothers. So Big Lebowski,
Ooh,
Big Lebowski writers and stuff. It's meant to be amazing.
what are we playing at? Watching fucking Paul.
We're watching Paul when we haven't seen some of the classics here. But we'll get a kick out of us. You'll really get a kick out of us. It's freaky. She's amazing in it. Lupita Nyong'o, she's called, and
Oh yeah.
she's a powerhouse in it, mate. There's a scene where you'll think you can't even look at her face. It's that creepy what she's doing. Just a facial expression is just like
She got a tongue out and that.
yeah, tongue out, peace sign. It's awful. Next on the list, everyone. Got another horror. Speaking of us, we've got a horror here.
Oh,
So last year, or might have been 2019, they remade Halloween, Barry, and they brought back. It was a reboot with the original babysitter who survived him that very first Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis.
shit.
And she's been waiting for him all this time, and it was spectacular. It really was. It were quite good. Sorry, spectacular, strong, but it was better than I expected it was going to be.
All
And
right.
they're doing a sequel to that, so defies the point though, because at the end she does end up, getting the better of him and killing him. But then they're doing it again.
So he's just not dead then.
That's the running joke in all the Halloweens though. At the end, he's laid on the floor. They look away. They look back.
And
Wait, where's Michael? We never found a body. All right, sound. and then it's
Sound.
you're meant to go like, oh
Sound.
no,
Oh
um,
no, PTSD
oh
forever.
no. Speaking of reboots, got another one here.
Hmm.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now,
Again.
yes, that's what you're all thinking again, and I can confirm they are doing it again. But
But didn't they, like, I saw the trailer for this and then the comments were like pretty wild. Like, they've, because I think there's like a line in it where they go like, oh, we've not seen a ghost for fucking 30 years or whatever. And it's like outright just ignoring the last one.
yeah, it does because what they're saying is this is the true sequel, and
The last one was a joke. The last
yeah,
one was a prank, guys.
well, yeah, they're saying the last one was a reboot, and this one is a complete sequel. So the old guys are coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay, men!
Yep, they're old codgers now, and they're coming back. Everyone apart from Bill Murray, it's slated as, and he's the best one in anything. Um,
Yeah,
so I can't believe that
why?
he just washed his hands of it and said it's a bad idea. Probably rightly so, but we'll see. Paul Rudd,
I don't know.
Paul Rudd is manning it as well. He's one of the lead
Yeah,
characters, so it might be all right. It might play it out well.
it just depends if like I mean, because sometimes you can tell like on screen if the characters are like actually having fun filming it, or if they're just sort of getting through the
You
day
can,
sort
can't
of
you?
thing.
Yeah,
If there's some
having
like genuine sort of chemistry between the characters, it could be fun. But if there's not, it could be just like pretty horrid to watch, to be honest.
having said that though, have you seen Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, mate. That one where he's the same.
Groundhog Day or Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog Day. Sorry.
All right, I thought I thought there
It's
was
not
like
too
some
different.
sequel that I didn't know
Sequel? No.
about.
Groundhog Day. They hated each other, the woman and the man, in real life. Bill Murray and
Really?
I can't remember her name. But yeah, they hated each other famously. But they pulled it off, so not in every case. It depends how good of the actor they are, I suppose. Right.
Yeah, I've not got much. Um, these are old guys now.
Mm,
They're probably not too fresh on screen, but if they've got like genuine enthusiasm and like they like being around each other, it could be fun.
I just don't think
But
it's one of them that there's a massive outcry for at the minute. Um,
no, not really.
when there's so many hot properties that could be done. I feel like that's not
It's just
really top of the list, to be honest.
yeah, it's just reboot land at the
It
minute,
is a
isn't it?
minute, and it's changed the way everything's done, hasn't it? Really, it's just like it's either a sequel or a reboot.
What about Neverending Story, guys?
Yes, come on, let's
Sort
redo
it
it.
out.
That yeah, but I think that holds
Let's.
so much so much heart because it's puppets and it's stuff like
I
that. I
know,
don't know if they
but what
CGI'd
if they
it,
did
it'd
it
be the
with
same.
like? I'd want them to do it with puppets,
Yeah,
and
I would, but I don't think that stuff's successful in cinema anymore, mate.
I don't know, man. Like Fantastic Mr. Fox and like that was all like stop motion is still
Oh, you want stop? Yeah,
really
stop
nice.
motion. Yeah. That would be
Like
nice.
the old school ways of doing it, you know.
I'm just thinking that big dragon thing or whatever that fluffy, whatever
Yeah,
his name
I,
is.
I mean, it's just they'd have to really simplify the story because it's just fucking weird trip,
Muzlad's put,
to
when are
be
we getting another
honest.
Ice Age? Well, the word on the street, Muz, that last I heard, right? And this is true. This is last I read. I
Go
can't
on.
remember where I read it. The next one was going to, much like this next Shrek that's meant to be coming, was going to set it up for a whole other range of films.
Oh
Like it's
my
gonna bring
fucking
everyone
god.
together, and they'll all be like on another tangent, and it'll be just prepping it up. Same with Shrek.
Or
I've
it's
heard they'll
like,
bring it
or it's
back.
like their kids or
Yeah,
whatever.
I've heard the Shrek. They'll bring Shrek back and probably do the kids, the dragon kids and the Shrek babies, won't they? And they'll be grown up, and
Fuck that.
it'll probably be that shit, to be honest. But that's the world we live in now, guys. Enjoy it.
Oh man.
Audience loves it.
What if they're just like releasing Ice Age films forever?
Well, they'll all die eventually, won't they? I suppose they can recast them.
Yeah, but then you just do the kids and just recast them, and
Well,
it's
you
like,
can't, as long as it keeps earning money. There's no real stop to it. As long as each
yeah,
film makes
exactly.
money, that's the that's the main thing, really.
And there's fucking people on this earth that will see Ice Age films.
Yeah.
So there's your issue, really.
Yeah. Ice Age 1, though, let's be honest, deserves a round of applause if you ask me.
Yeah, Ice Age 1 was good.
What about the kid? And it had emotional, like, they weren't getting on. It had
Yeah,
a real
fucking
thread.
hell, man.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant when they're delivering the kid back. And
Yeah, and then you had that fun little, squirrel bit as well. It's like
yeah,
a little distraction. And then
yeah,
you're
and the
back to the cry fest.
tiger was trying to double cross him, wasn't he, the whole time, and it's
Yeah, but then he
him
likes
dealing
them.
with the morality of that, and Sid and Manny hating each other, and it's all going on.
Yeah, Manny's fucking pretty depressing, though.
Yeah, Manny's a bit of a cunt, really, in the first one.
But his parents get killed or something? His parents get killed by humans. That's right, isn't it? Because they tell the story with the cave paintings, and it's quite sad.
Yeah, well, that's why their tribe got attacked or something, and they're the
Why
ones.
don't they reboot Ice Age 1?
We're getting to that point, though. I bet we'd be shocked. Can you have a look at a date for me? Ice Age 1.
Do you wanna hazard a guess?
Yeah, I reckon if I had to, I'd put it in early 2000s, Is it 20 years
Yeah,
old?
I'm gonna say 2002.
I'm going to say 2004. No, I
Bang
think
on.
it's 2004, yeah?
Nah, man, 2002. Bang on.
2002.
Got that animation.
Yes, that knowledge, my friend. Well done, Barry. Round of applause for you, mate. And the kids are screaming yay as well.
We love
Right,
it. We love
last on
Ice
the
Age
list.
75.
We'll get there. We will get there. Because they've already got 2 kids, have they? Or 1 kid at least.
I don't know,
The
man.
mammoths
I've
have.
not really been keeping up with it.
The last I saw it were on TV, and I'm sure I saw Diego had a bird. You had the 2
Yeah.
ferret brothers of Ellie, Manny's bird. They had a kid, and Sid has a girlfriend as well now. So you've got a strong cast there to live on for a few films yet. Anyway, enough
Yeah.
about Ice Age.
The humans look really fucking weird in Ice Age as well.
They hadn't quite nailed the humans, had they? Same with
No.
Toy Story 1 and stuff. You're like, who is that? Andy walks in and it's like turns into a horror. Ridiculous. He looks exactly like the scary baby face on the claw thing.
Oh yeah,
It's like
shit.
the same fucking
And that
face.
the neighbour's really weird looking as well, isn't he?
Sid.
What about a live action Lion King reboot of Ice Age 1?
I'd
Like
watch
a
it.
realistic.
Well, was there an outcry for that as well? Can we just talk about that? Was anyone asking for that? I mean, I'm sort of happy it happened, and it was beautifully done, to be honest with you. But it's like, what? Where did that idea come from? They'll be doing it to all of them now, though, won't they?
Yeah,
As we discovered
any
last
angle.
week. Right, last one on the list. I can't bloody wait for that. Right. Mission Impossible. I've got a couple of questions about this, Baz. One, what number are we up to?
7.
Correct. Ding!
Yeah. Wow.
And what's his name? The lead character.
I don't know, man. Jack Steele or something like that. It's Jack something, right?
It's Ethan Hunt. So that's coming out. Mission Impossible 7, November 19th. What will he do next, everyone?
I mean, it'll be fucking brilliant, won't it? We all know that. It'll be one to see in the pictures.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone remembers that it was announced or leaked that he was actually, I don't know whether it's 7 or 8, because he shot these back to back. So there's 7 and 8 coming. But he's rented some space.
So they're both ready to go?
Yeah, no, he's just done a back to back. Well, yeah, I'd suppose so. I don't know whether they're done with 8 yet, though, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they've done it back to back, so there is definitely 2 on the books. But yeah, what I was saying is it's been released that they were going to do a space scene.
And I'm assuming he actually wants to do it in space.
Yeah, he's going up, like at least out, like no gravity,
Right, brilliant. I love that.
That is pushing the boundaries, isn't it?
I really love that. I think because we're getting the space stuff now. That's what we want to see. We want to see action scenes
In
in
space.
space.
In space. We
We
need to
want,
be
we
creating
want
Star
two.
Wars
We want
style
him
ships now.
fighting. You want him fighting a Russian,
Yeah, yeah.
or like in some sort of. I don't know what else you could do.
You could have like a sick
That's
scene
all I
where
can imagine.
they're fighting for the tether, and it's the last rope that's
Oh
attaching them
yeah,
to the space
and he's like,
station.
is so obviously he'd be the underdog in the fight, so you'd have it wrapped round his neck or whatever.
Yes, yes. And then he'd cut it or something, and then he'd go like chicken run style.
Oh no, this is how he'd do it. So he'd eventually like win the fight, and he'd do some sneaky thing where he like twists the cog on the back of the other guy's spacesuit,
Yes, yes.
and like his like mask fills up with I don't know fucking space or whatever. He runs out of
Right.
oxygen, and his head explodes like inside the space helmet. So
Mm.
there's just blood everywhere.
Well, that's a plot leak, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. So look out for that in
That's
the
good
theaters
enough.
soon. That's
Good
actually
enough for
happening. That's
me.
great. So that was. I can't bloody wait for that. So I hope everyone
Some good
enjoyed
stuff.
me just listing films that are coming out now. The fun game of the week, Baz, that I think you're gonna really enjoy,
Right.
is Who's Your Mummy?
How? What is this?
Right. So what this is I'm gonna say to you a character, and you've got to tell me either of their parents' names.
Right.
Okay, so if I were to say to you Bart, you would say
Yeah. Homer
Homer
and
or Marge.
and yeah.
Yeah? So Homer
Yeah.
or Marge is acceptable, both for double points, and you'll be going to the bonus wheel then, and we'll spin that and see what you get. All
Right.
all spaces on the wheel are 0 though, so I don't like your chances. Let's go. Homer Simpson.
You're not going to expect Grandpa Simpson, are you?
I'm not. I'm after his name, mate. It's a tricky one.
Ah. No.
Okay. Well, Grandpa's name is Abe, for those in the
Ah.
know. Abe Simpson, and his mother's name is Mona.
Yeah. This. I remember the episode. Very nice.
We've got Morty from Rick and Morty.
Jerry.
Jerry, will accept Jerry, and another
I can't remember her name.
Beth. It's Beth, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A bonus point for the last name.
Ooh. No. Yeah. Fuck.
Has he got it, ladies and
No.
gents?
No.
No, it's Smith.
Oh, that's so dull.
It's Smith, and I don't think you're a big fan of this, so you might not get one. But it's Harry Potter.
Man.
Not in
Fucking
your wheelhouse,
Voldemort.
is it?
Fuck it.
James and Lily Potter are Harry's parents. Now the next
Man.
few you should be getting. All right.
Should have kept it in his pants, that guy.
Yeah, he should have done. Really, it's caused carnage, to be honest with you. But if he had
Yeah.
kept it in his
No one's
pants,
getting any schooling done.
they're
Ridiculous.
not. To be
£9 a
honest,
year these kids are paying.
I would be fuming if I were their parents. I'd be saying, "What is going on? I'm not sending them back. Fuck off." Right. Who have we got? We've got next on the list. It's Simba, everyone's favourite lion cub.
Fuck,
Muslad
man.
put Arthur. Arthur to which one? Harry Potter.
Arthur.
Arthur to Morty. No, it must be Arthur to Harry Potter. Unlucky Muzz, not quite, mate.
Not quite.
So Simba. Come on, you've got Simba.
I don't know.
You've got
I
Simba.
don't know this,
You
man.
do. Think Lion
It's been
King.
so long since I've seen this film.
Come on.
Dad, lion dad.
We'll accept it. Through to the bonus wheel.
Away.
Mufasa, ring any bells?
Oh, I thought he was the baddie.
No, that's Scar.
Mufasa's a pretty nasty name, though.
Mufasa is the Lion King originally, and his mother is Sarabi, Simba's mother.
Oh, that's a very nice name.
Yeah, African. Okay, we've got an easy one now. Come on, you've got to redeem yourself now. Luke Skywalker.
Oh.
Come on.
Who's his dad? Who's his mum?
Take your
I'm
time.
getting caught up in like
Right.
fucking.
Just
All I
hang
can
on a
think of is
minute.
prequels shit.
Who is Luke Skywalker's father?
Oh right, yeah. Anakin.
That's one.
And Padme.
Padme. You got a full name? Padme.
Padme. It's not her. Ooh.
It'd be a good point,
No.
this.
What's the
No.
second name?
Amidala.
Amidala. Yeah,
Padme
yeah.
Amidala.
Great taste in men. That Padme.
Yeah. What an idiot. God. Right.
Yeah, I slaughtered all these kids. Oh, you
I did it for you,
still
though.
wanna bang then?
Yeah, I did it for you, love. All right, sound, yeah. Cool. Kill all you
In
want,
it for the cash. In it for the cash, that
Yeah,
bitch.
but he was trying to get his regen powers, wasn't he, to save her from a vision.
Mm.
What a mug. We all know that went. Right, next on the list. You're not doing too well so far, mate. You've got really like a couple, if that. I can't really give you
I've
that
got
one.
like half.
You didn't get Simba. You didn't get Harry Potter. You didn't get Homer. You've got Morty is the only one you've got, and Luke Skywalker. You got two.
The two main ones.
Out of 5. Right. Marty Mcfly from everyone's favourite time travelling film series, Back to the Future. If you can see the poster behind me, you'll know what I mean.
His dad, Marty Mcfly.
Marty Mcfly is not his father's name as well, is it?
I thought it was his own dad.
No. What a weird twist that would be. He goes back in time to get his parents back together.
All right. Because there's a vibe, isn't there?
That would be such a weird ending to Back to the Future. If it was his
For a
own
kids'
father.
film.
Well, how bizarre. Right, so Marty McFly, have you got any ideas?
No, mate.
Okay, so it's George and Lorraine for those in the know. You'll know.
Oh, yeah, they never got that.
Okay, I think, to be honest, we've gone through the ones I thought you'd get.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, there's a couple. There's a couple you might get. Right, next one is Dash Parr or Dashel Robert Parr. So Dash Parr is Dash from The Incredibles, and I'm after the first name of the mother and father.
So his second name is Parr.
Yes.
Right. Right. Okay. Does it begin? I don't know.
Mr. Incredible's real name. Come on, Muslad, I want you involved. Mr. Incredible's real name, without looking, don't cheat.
I don't know, man.
Come on, you can
I'm
do
trying
this.
to think back to the scene where his boss is telling him off, and it's really funny.
Yeah, but I think he calls him Parr in that scene. He goes, Parr. He don't call him like a... But she calls him it a load of times. The
Does she?
wife.
I really can't remember any dialogue from that film,
Okay,
apart from Frozo.
do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It's Robert is the dad,
Oh,
or
man,
Bob.
I
It's Bob.
was
She
leaning
calls him
towards
Bob.
J names.
Yeah, she calls him Bob a lot on it, but it's Robert, and it's Dashel Robert Parr as well. So he's got his dad's name in there, and the
Dashel.
last girl's real name is Helen. Helen, everyone likes
Nah.
a Helen. Okay, so we've got Emma Geller, the baby Emma from Friends.
I don't watch Friends.
Okay, so if I said Emma Geller, does that do anything for you? Last name Geller.
No.
No, you've never seen Friends. Let's skip that one then. Ignore that one.
I've seen it. I choose not to watch it.
Okay, so this is a character across popular culture, and his parents are quite well known as well. They're all depicted as the same name. It's Batman or Bruce Wayne. Mother or father will get you a point. His father is often involved in the films like Joker, for example. He's mentioned heavily. Muslad got Ross and Rachel. Well done, Muslad. No messing about on that one.
Can you help me out with this one?
It's what?
Yeah, I'm stuck, man. I'm stuck.
So, okay, Mr. Wayne. Mr. Wayne and Mrs. Wayne. His mother was called Martha, and his father, of course, the great Thomas Wayne, ladies and gentlemen.
Thomas Wayne.
Yep, we all know Thomas Wayne. Tom. Most lads put Tom. Yeah, do you know him personally, dear? Right. Meg Griffin, come on. Oh,
Peter
come
Griffin.
on. Come on.
And Lois.
Yes. He's got one. Epic. Right. Here's a thinker. Kylo Ren.
See, I didn't really watch the last film, so
Thinker.
does it get exposed then?
No, it's always exposed, isn't it, from the
Is
first.
it Ben? Is it Ben Kenobi?
No. Think about The Force Awakens.
So, right, is it Palpatine?
Believe me, audience, he is a Star Wars fan, and you wouldn't think it by this, but I swear to you, he does like it. Right.
It's just the last film.
I'm going to help you along on this one because, right, Force Awakens. Who dies in The Force Awakens?
Everyone.
No, they don't.
Everyone on them planets, they all die.
Well, they do die, yeah, but they stop it, don't they? They explode the thing. So, who dies at the end? Before she goes to Luke and hands him the saber, and then you don't know how it ends. But someone's died, and Rey hugs Leia because of it. Oh, for crying out loud! Han Solo,
Lando.
Han Solo, and Leia.
Oh shit, man!
Fucking hell! A huge plot point. Huge that. That was the easy ones that I threw in there because I thought the other ones were hard. Oh, right, Nemo from Finding Nemo. What's the name of Daddy Fish?
It's like a really Jewish name, isn't it?
Yeah, like a sports fish, like tuna. And then he says it then, like the pelican in that scene.
It's not Wazowski.
It's not Wazowski, no. That's Mike Wazowski.
Fucking... Because he introduces himself as well, doesn't he? To that fucking tank of fish.
Yes, his name, I knew it without looking it up, this one. Just by being a fan of the film and knowing it is said quite a lot. It's like they introduce themselves a lot along the way, don't they?
Yeah, I know. Like, he introduces himself a lot to fucking everyone, basically.
Yeah.
P. Sherman, 42 Wolby Lane, Sydney.
Yep, we'll accept it.
Yeah.
Nah, come on.
I don't know, man.
Okay, it's Marlon.
Ah, fuck.
Marlon, everyone. So Barry's got about 3 out of about 10. So
I mean, fucking hell, do better yourself.
Now, this last one you should get, all right?
Right,
as we all know, Barry did indicate to us that his favourite film was Terminator 2 last week. So, who are the parents of John Connor? And I want you to get both, ideally. His favourite film, ladies and gentlemen.
I like the action scenes. Because they both die, don't they?
Who's John Connor's mother and father?
They're both dead, man.
Are they? In Terminator 2, John Connor's mother's dead.
Nah.
Can anyone believe this? Can anyone believe this? You know young John Connor, the boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's his real mother?
Oh, fuck, Sarah Connor.
And his father? Any idea?
His dad. Oh, shit. Fucking...
So, if you remember, Baz, the whole Terminator 1
he comes back.
plot...
Yeah, it's Terminator 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the whole Terminator 1 plot
what's
is
his
them
name?
having John.
They have it off, don't they?
Yeah, it'd be impressive if you got this, to be fair. That's the whole first film, is that?
Yeah, I know, man. Some like space name or some shit in it.
Yeah, it's Kyle Reese.
That's so spacey.
Okay, Barry, so you did abysmal, but we're in it for the chat, so it's worked out for everyone. Everyone's a winner. Anything to plug, Barry?
No, not really.
You're not doing any motivational speaking.
Nah.
No.
Well, it's actually all sold out, to be honest.
Oh, right. Sorry about that, folks. Well, you've got to be quick and fast.
So, yeah,
Yeah, there's
tickets
not even a
go.
website. It'll just pop up near you if you're invited.
Yeah.
So yeah, that were another Flickheads, ladies and gents. So the film to watch for next week, Baz, is Us.
Us. Is it on
Us.
Netflix?
Yes, it's on Netflix. I'm only picking
Brilliant.
things accessible on the streamers immediately. So yeah, we'll watch Us. We'll see you next time, Friday. Monday for Chatting It, new episode. We'll try to get Muzz on for Chatting It this week. We'll see if we can work that out. But his work schedule's a bit shit at the minute, so we'll try his best.
True.
And yeah, hopefully what I want to do, Baz, as well, at some point on the channel is do a 3-way sort of Rocket League stream, us three.
All right.
I think that'd be
But we're
good.
so bad at that game. Well,
Yeah.
I'm even worse than I ever was.
Well, I'm I'm fucking dreadful now, especially like when you leave it and
But
you're a
we're
good
like,
rank and you come back on and then you're playing with better people because you haven't played in
yeah,
ages.
you're still playing with like plats, but like we're shit division.
Exactly. So we'll see. That's the fun of it as well, is the shit that we do. So yeah, we'll just bear with us, audience. If you do see that, we're not the best, but we do try.
Yeah, bear with that.
So yeah, right. Catch you soon, Bazza, and we'll see you all next time.
Right, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.